When you have a career, be it police, fire, ambulance, teachers, doctors, anything, you work for 40 years and then you hang up and you retire. And a lot of people are glad of it. They really are. And there's generally a reason you retire. Either you get to retirement age safe and sound, or something happens and you have to retire early. In any event, you draw your pension, you're done, you've had enough. One thing the Tories can't get through their thick head is that people retire. People have a limited shelf life in which to work. They're not rich, they're not privileged, they're everyday people like you and me. They do their time and they go home. And then when you get Tories saying to people, oh, come out of retirement, help, call to duty, so on and so forth, you think, we have really got big problems, haven't we? How do everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Last thing on a Monday. Hope you're doing all right. Very dark outside now. Look, you can see out my window there. It's rather dark indeed. Speaking of rather dark, it's rather dark days for the education sector in this country. I've seen comments, I've seen things said which lead me to believe that our poor children are in for more disruption. More disruption than they've had already over the last 2 years. Missed exams, missed classes, kids in classes having to go home, teachers skipping classes because of illness. I mean, one of my kids hardly ever saw his teacher over the last 18 months, and it's caused all sorts of hell and trouble with regard to routine, which is very important to a kid's life. So what do they do about the teacher shortage? Well, Nadeem Sahawi's come up with a good suggestion. I say that with my tongue firmly in my cheek, of course. He's warning there's going to be disruption in the classroom until Easter. That's a warning in itself as to how long this current round of bullshittery is going to go on for, isn't it? Our poor children don't have a hope in hell's chance. Anybody that wants to go to university or anything like that right now, I wouldn't recommend it for the very reason they wouldn't get a continuous good quality education now. I'd say get out, get an apprenticeship, get a job, but we're not talking about them specifically, we're talking about our kids. And the fact it's going to be interrupted again for another period of time. Teachers have retired for a very simple reason. They've done their time. They've had enough. And while they're very passionate about their career, I've seen it with my own eyes with teachers and how they feel about the kids. It comes a time they hang up the chalk and the whiteboard marker and they go home and they're done. The last thing they're going to want to do is come out of retirement, particularly if some of them are older teachers and put their own health at risk and their own families and loved ones. It's not going to happen, Mr. Sahawi. I don't know quite where you get this idea from, but it's not going to work, is it? It's another government clusterfuck, and it's trying to be smoothed over by getting the old timers back out. It's a bit like asking my 73-year-old father, who was a policeman for 30 years, to put his bobby helmet back on and go back out on the beat. It's not going to happen. Try again and try harder. Thank you, and good night, everybody. See you tomorrow. Toodaloo.